Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we're going to take a look at the Cardano chart and the Bitcoin chart, and overall I think Cardano has really picked a bad week. This has really led to a downturn now for Cardano. I think we've lost just now the 125 level, or we're still fighting around it. We can see that various other cryptos are also going down rapidly, including Solana. And today for the first time I had someone commenting under the Solana video that Solana is a fake coin. They're now doing the rug pull. It's always funny how they do that, how everybody's doing that when prices are going down, but everybody's hyping it when the prices are going up. But yeah, this is everything. Terra Luna even now losing here 9%. Polkadot okay, but a lot of the cryptos now losing value here. And it seems like that Bitcoin is currently heading up, or at least moving sideways, while overall the altcoins are losing in value. And we can see that very easily on the Bitcoin dominance, which has had a jump really from here, the 9th of December, a real jump. Nothing too exciting, but still noticeable, and definitely more than the previous jumps that we had here throughout November. The last one that was that noticeable was here in the middle of November, I think. But yeah, overall quite significant. Still though, below the 20-day moving average on the market cap Bitcoin dominance. I mean, how much do really moving averages matter on this chart? I don't know, probably not too much, but still interesting to see that Bitcoin seems to have a little bit of a peak here. Still in a downtrend, as you can see though, if we connect the highs here. Still a downtrend overall on the Bitcoin dominance. Therefore, at the moment, nothing too exciting, and it might bounce back again, might go down. I think this could even be a channel in which we are sort of, and then go down again, and nothing too exciting here, but again, still noticeable. And interesting also to see here on a Saturday, just to take a look at the market cap, total crypto market cap actually, which has gone down very, very significantly, pretty much in line with the Bitcoin price, which it normally does, from the high to here. I mean, how much was that actually? How much money was actually wiped out? 35%. I mean, we've now recovered a little bit, but you know what my view is on Bitcoin, that Bitcoin in my view is going to go down to the 30k level. And so far, everything so far in line with the expectations. To be fair, at the moment, we can't say anything else because there are two scenarios. With the first scenario, the price going down into the 30k or even 20k range. To do that straight away, we would need to see a price drop below 47k, and the 47k did hold yesterday. We came really close to it. I think we even came to 47k, as this chart is showing, actually briefly below it, but the 47k did hold. And again, you can see how relevant that support level was. Yeah, so the level I gave you was here definitely a key support level. Now, I did have this on the chart. I think this might not be too relevant anymore, this ascending trend line, because we dipped below it, but I'll leave it on the chart because we've got enough touch points that support that, so we'll see how that is working out. But this trend line could lead us into this yellow target area up here, which would be that, I called it irrational, rally, or yeah, pretty much very short run to the upside before we then go into the yellow target area. This is what I would primarily expect still. And until we go below 47k, I will expect that we are continuing our way up, and we slightly do that, as you can see here. So in the next move, we might go up again. Everybody gets bullish again, maybe to 52k. But as I said, this wave here to the upside, which would be a wave B after an A, get a B and then a C to the downside. This is often irrational. This is oftentimes unpredictable. It moves very strangely. So this also confirms my belief that we're in a wave B here to the upside, because this is no clear structure. This is really a choppy stuff what Bitcoin is doing here. You make a high here and a low, then you make a higher high, you make a higher low, you make a lower high, you make a lower low. So it is this choppy stuff which is characteristic for a wave B actually, which I don't really like to see, which, I mean, is part of wave B, isn't it? So to some degree, because this is often irrational. And then, as I said, when we reach that level, we can go down. Someone asked in the previous video, how high can actually that wave B go? Well, the ideal target level, as per the Elliott Wave retracement levels, is here between 55.3k and 63k, but it can also go, a significant resistance would also be 66k, that high of wave 2 here, but we could even go to the previous high at 69k and even overshoot it a little bit. I think we could even see the 70k in extreme cases, pretty much as this wave B did overshoot the previous wave here, the previous high back in April. We had also here that larger wave B made an all-time high, right? And then this was just an overshooting wave B. You call it an overshooting wave B. This is what it can do. That is why it is so hard. And waves B, you know, if you really did trade them, a wave B really to trade is not recommended, also not within the Elliott Wave methodology, because the wave B is so hard to predict. But also the wave B, it's very hard to detect it sometimes, because all the way up here to the peak of wave B, this could have been something different. You know that I was extremely skeptical throughout after the moving up of when we hit that wave B here back in September and we moved up. Still, I think until we made like 60k, I was still skeptical about the structure here, because it didn't really look like a good structure down here that we built. And in this structure, what you did have, and that is what doesn't really look good from a impulsive point of view, this is also characteristic of a wave B, which we then in the end probably had. You know, I don't mean this smaller wave B, I mean this larger wave B, which was then probably, that's my view, you know, it could still be something different, but that is my primary view, that all of this here was a large overshooting wave B. So, and this strange structure was just characteristic of that. That is why I pointed out so often in September and October that I was not happy with this structure, and that this is nothing solid where you build a bull run on, and that you can't really build 100k on this one. So what we had here were, you started here, then you made a higher high, made a higher low, you made a lower high, you made pretty much the same low again, so pretty much like a 100% or 99% retracement. Then you made a sort of higher high, but still lower than that one. Then you made again one of these 99% retracements, a lower high now, again such a retracement. Then you started to move up finally. But this is not a great structure, and everybody who is familiar with TA should really understand and see that, because this choppy here, this sort of, what is important also is always to see where do we come from, yeah, and to understand the bigger picture. And this was not a good structure, how you build an impulsive move, you know. Basically what that indicates to a higher probability is that you come down once more and that you have to reset the whole structure and basically start from scratch because you messed it all up. And I think this is what we're doing now. Again, could be wrong. If everything that I told you here is rubbish, I would at least still have applied the Elliott Wave method correctly, because this is all a valid count. But again, different counts are possible, just with a very much higher or far lower probability from my point of view, which is both scenarios which I showed you lead into this target box. Now with Cardano, we are fighting around this 125 level. To be honest, I think 125 is already below that. What did I do here? I think there is something wrong with my fibs here. There we are, back at the fibs here, where we can see the key support level here that we're fighting around 125, right? So we are just above that still within this yellow target box, but you know, it's not looking great. Yeah, we need to see, we need to acknowledge that the 125 level, if that is lost as it was before, then we come down to $1 anymore again. And to be honest, I do now expect that with Bitcoin suffering. I also set a buy order for Cardano, a limit order at a much lower level, and the Telegram channel members know that, who have access to the Discord where I publish my longer term buy and sell orders, not day trading or anything. No, these are limit orders which I set where I want to buy at strategic places and then sell also at strategic levels. So just what I do, no financial advice, but yeah, I also set one of these much lower, just because I think we could get there. And this is still above $1 though, but it might be worth considering also that we might drop below $1, which is, to be honest, the reality we unfortunately have to face these days with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes to 40 to 29, 25k or whatever, what I told you before, then I think Cardano could also drop below $1, unfortunately. But how would that look like on the chart? I would need to come up with an alternative structure here. This one was working out so well, and to be honest, it still is in that scenario, but it is, as I said, Elliott Wave analysis is a lot of work, and this was just the most likely one. And again, it's a very valid count, and we are not, it's not over yet, yeah, but we might need to consider that we drop below $1 here, that is what we just have to assume with Bitcoin going down, and with, as I showed you, the Bitcoin dominance going up. That means all the altcoins suffering as well, where it means that they can't really build a buffer at the moment. So Cardano bulls, Cardano buyers really need to push the price higher here, or it will get very difficult. Unfortunately, it will get very difficult. Overall, this doesn't change, of course, anything on the project. You know, the project stays the same. Just because a Cardano is costing 125 an ADA, it doesn't make it a worse coin than it was at $2. We see a lot of cryptos currently dropping. Also Solana now in a bearish scenario. As I said yesterday, that was expected. We are now dropping as well to the $170 level, maybe even lower than that. ADA BTC, we can see that confirmation actually that the overall crypto Bitcoin dominance is going up. You can therefore see on the ADA BTC chart, as you would see it on many altcoin charts now as well, that ADA is losing out. We lost this horizontal support now, which was at 2700. Just lost that. Finding support here again at this support line of this channel or descending wedge. It's pretty much a channel, depending on if you go with wicks or not. I move that a little bit and we find support here, and we can see the first green candle emerging, so finding support for now. But yeah, fact is we lost the next support, and all supports were lost so far. It's just what it is. So that's unfortunately what happens. If you lose one support, you come down lower, and yeah, ADA is still doing that. I still wait for the turnaround here, but yeah, it's Cardano bulls are taking their time. Yeah, still that bullish divergence on the RSI here on the ADA BTC chart, but that needs to materialize at some point into a real turnaround of the price, or you know, and I think it will do, as mostly bearish divergences play out the other way. But I think again, everybody was expecting a turnaround, but now it just takes much longer. So the market makers don't let us happen or have that at the moment. So that's what we do here at the moment. That's the update. Bitcoin stronger than many altcoins at the moment. Many altcoins going into the bearish scenarios that I talked about, with ADA unfortunately not materializing at the moment. This sort of still bullish scenario where we could theoretically come down to $1 and we would still be in this valid bullish scenario. But I understand it seems less likely now within the scope of a Bitcoin hitting below 30k. So I'll take some time in the next few days to work on a different scenario here on the chart, just to have an alternative. But I also told you already lower support levels that we can or have to consider when we when the price drops. One was around 90 cents here. The other one was at around, just look at the key lows here for now. One was at around 80 cents. One was at around 68 cents. So these are key levels. And then I know the 50-cent level is definitely a psychological one. But yeah, I can't imagine these prices for now, but we'll see. We'll see. Definitely we'll get through this together, and there will be brighter times for the whole crypto market, but also definitely for Cardano holders. So hopefully you liked that update here about Cardano. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.